Hi, I'm Shane from PDQ.com. We're going to cover scan profiles in PDQ inventory. What is a scan profile? First of all, let's go to File Preferences. You'll see a Scan Profiles window. You'll see a handful of scan profiles. To use different profiles requires at least Pro mode of inventory, so Pro or Enterprise. We have a default setting here for out of the box, the standard scan profile. I'm going to click on Edit, and you'll see basically this what's known as standard has all of these different scanners in there: Active Directory, applications, computer details, and basically this is everything, all the scanners except for custom file and registry scanners. Another popular scan profile is called Applications. Double click on that and you'll see there's only 3 scanners. So Applications does run much faster because it's not grabbing as much information. You'll see Applications, Computer Details, and Hot Fixes. If you want to modify any scan profile, you can simply add or remove. Here I'll add, maybe we want to look for Active Directory and maybe Windows Shares. How's that sound? Once again, you can add or remove all that you want. Say OK. So now when somebody scans a computer or a collection with this scan profile, you're going to see those additional scanners are executed. To choose which scan profile you use, if you hit F6, then it will kick off whatever you have set as your default scan profile. So right now, if I were to hit F6 on this computer, it would do the standard scan profile. If I want to scan these 2 computers, if you want to do a custom one, just click the arrow on Scan and choose Applications in this case. You can also create your own scan profiles. We'll go back to Preferences and click on New. Maybe we just want to grab Windows Services. And it's generally recommended that when you're adding a scan profile, that you add the computer details. It's not a requirement, but I like it. Computer details grabs the uptime, basic OS information, etc. That the logged on user, things that are a little bit more volatile. Then we'll add services. So when I scan a computer with these, with this scan profile, it's just going to grab these 2 scanners. So in this case, it's kind of highly targeted. Scan profiles also have what are known as triggers. This is how you can schedule a scan. There are different types of triggers. This should look familiar to those of you who've done any scheduling in PDQ deploy. Here you can say, let's scan this particular scan profile every day. And we'll change that to maybe 1 a.m. By doing this, every day at 1 o'clock, this will get scanned. Pardon me, I don't want to go to this standard. Go back to services. So you can see there's the schedule every day. You can have multiple triggers. One of these is called scan age. Now the scan age, when you select a scan age for any particular scan profile, the first time you save that, it will run on all of the computers. Let's say we want to make sure that services is scanned at least every 3 days. So if a computer hasn't had this particular scan profile run in 3 days, it will get kicked off. And if the computer is off at the time it reaches this trigger, the next time it comes online, it will get this scan profile pushed out to it. So notice what happens when I say OK. Because because services here has only run on a few computers that you just saw me kick off on 2, it's now going to grab the rest of them. Why? Because they haven't had this scan profile kicked off in the last 3 days. So that's something that you want to keep in mind. It is fairly popular. In some cases, a best practice depending on your environment. To make something like the Applications scan profile your default. To do that, you just simply click Set Default. And generally you want to think about this. If you're going to be scanning your computers quite often, think about the data that you want to grab. Applications is definitely one. Hot fixes. Things that don't change a lot like the services, for example, you may not want to scan those every day. So just keep that in mind. That is scan profiles. Other videos, we're going to talk about some other triggers, the registry and the files. Registry and files. That's because these, every time you configure these scanners, registry or files, it's customized. Which part of the registry, which file, etc. So we'll cover those in the subsequent videos. I'm Shane from PDQ.com. Happy scanning. We'll talk to you later.